Hi, my name is Attorney John Ward from the Ward Law Group. Many times people ask me regarding permanent impairment awards in workers' comp cases. What is that? What does that mean? Permanent impairment awards are a right that's given to you by the workers' comp statute. Specifically, it's located in RSA 281A 32. And what that statute does is it provides you for compensation if you have permanent injuries as a result of your work injury. Basically, what the statute does is it gives certain compensation depending on what body part was injured, whether it's your arm, your leg, your back. There's a formula that's used to determine compensation. That's based on your average weekly wage, it's based on the severity of your permanency, and what body part was injured. Now, people say, how do you figure that stuff out? The way it's figured out is generally what we do is we'll either go to the person's treating provider or we'll send you to another doctor to do what's called a permanent impairment evaluation. And what that is a doctor does an evaluation, and based on that rating, they'll give you a percentage. It could be 5%, it could be 15%, it could be 20%. And that rating is based on the 5th edition of the AMA guides. There's a whole book. It's 500-600 pages. If you're having difficulty sleeping, you can read it. It's a book that basically gives you a certain percentage of impairment based on your injuries. Based on that, we get a report from the doctor. Based on that report, we submit that to the insurance company. The insurance company has 15 days to either pay for whatever you do for the permanency or object. If they do not pay, and if they do not object, then I can request that the Department of Labor issue an administrative approval of that permanent impairment award. Now, the insurance company, as I noted, does have the right to object and have their own rating done. Many times we'll litigate that issue. The insurance company will set you up with their own doctor who will potentially have a same rating. Many times it's lower, I'm sure you can imagine, as it's set up by the insurance company. And we will fight over the percentage of permanency. But it's important to remember that's an important right that a lot of times insurance carriers forget to tell people about. So many times I'll open up a file regarding a new work injury and I'll find a workers' comp case from 5, 10, even 15 to 20 years ago. I've done this where there was no permanency award. It's important to remember there was no statute of limitations on a permanency award. Auto accident cases, you have 3 years. Almost everything else in the law, there's statute of limitations. With a permanent impairment award, there is none. So if you have an old workers' comp case, whether it's from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and you were not given a permanent impairment, you may be entitled to compensation. That's something that you should be aware of.